there's a lot of folks out there eagerly awaiting Ryza's historic Nurburgring, the 1971 edition, and it's just come out, but in a beta form. Similar to how they released Spa to the world with iterations over several different weeks, it seems like they've taken the same route with the Nurburgring, getting it in our hands a little early, but it's not quite done yet. I do want to wait until the whole thing is done before I take a thorough look at it and kind of analyze what makes this version of it unique, but I hosted a couple online races today just to have some fun with this circuit as it is right now, and it was a lot of fun. So fun that I wanted to cut out the first of the two races, specifically put it together in a slightly more digestible form for some of you out there to watch. So I hope you enjoyed this, a cut straight from the stream, and if you want to see the whole stream, the link's right in the description of the video, but I think this is the best part, at least from my seat, which I might be biased in saying that, but enjoy it. 2 laps around the Gesamtstrecke Nürburgring, historic version with the BMW 2002 turbos. All right, here we go. Green's out, and we're underway. 2 laps here at the vintage Nordschleife. We got off the line in a race. That is always a good thing in AMS2. Hopefully I did the gears the right way. We'll have to find out. Come over onto the Nordschleife though. I think I've got a car to my right. No, I don't. Alright, goal here is to not crash at some point and just try to let things string out a little bit and then see what I've got for these two in front, or whoever wants to challenge from behind. Yeah, one thing, unfortunately Ryza are not doing themselves any favors with the demo because it's on a very old version of the game, and they really should delist the demo, in my opinion. But if you haven't tried the real thing, I know it's quite the commitment to just buy something, but it is very different from the demo in a positive way, in my opinion. Just dancing it. You know, I feel like this car is like almost a little too easy to slide, but it is so fun that I don't really mind if it's too easy. It's just a really good time to drive. I'll say that until I hit the wall. This track is out as a part of the release candidate, which anybody that has the game can try. I put some instructions in the description of this stream that you can follow to get it. All you have to do is subscribe to the beta in Steam, which is very easy. You can try it out if you don't like it or something. For some reason you want to roll back, you can simply unsubscribe from it and it will put the sim back to the main one. But they did this, I guess, because they're not done the track yet, so if folks have just jumped in because they're watching the race. This track, it's a beta right now, so it's not complete. I've encountered a few little bug things in offline that maybe they're going to fix, but apparently they're going to be adding a lot more objects next to the track too, so you're getting kind of a preview of it here, and so far so good. It's very, very fun. Just slide around, hothead. These two in front, it's fun to find other people to race with like this. I've heard, just based on the chat here, David's apparently quite skilled, so I'll see if I can keep up with him. A lot of times though, you'll find, at least I find, that on the Nürburgring you end up racing yourself mostly. You know, you get into these kind of pockets where you have no cars, especially if you do like a Grand Prix length type event. After the first couple laps you just don't see anybody anymore because it's such a long track. It becomes more of a race just with yourself. It's a lot of fun in that way. Down to second gear as we come onto the Nordschleife now. So this is where things will start to look familiar to you if you're familiar with the Nordschleife, but it's a little different. So the thing that makes this track interesting is that it's kind of a recreation of the circuit immediately after the renovations to make it safer. Grand Prix drivers kind of banded together in the late 60s and early 70s saying the Nordschleife is too dangerous. We're not going to race there unless you fix a whole bunch of things with it. And so they widened the runoffs, they added Armco barriers to a lot of it, and it looks much more like it does these days, but there's still some major differences compared to how it is these days. And it's notably, yeah, things like these hedges and stuff still make it feel, you know, much more pure looking. It's just nice and green. Yeah, I'm already in 5th gear, so I definitely went the wrong way on the gears. Rookie mistake. Hopefully that doesn't kill me here, but when we get to the Dotinger, I'm going to be so slow. I'm in 5th gear right now, and going to be maxed out here. I think I turned off mechanical damage, just so that nobody gets a random failure. That'd be frustrating. Oh, David slides around there. It's a good little race in front of me. Got front row seats to it. Rush down the hill past Arenberg and up to Adenauer. Well, I'm a little fast there. That's going to be way too fast on the grass a bit. Get it down the gears. How did I save that? Life flashed before my eyes. Oh. I don't know how I saved that. That was really lucky. Oh. Make your hairs on the back of your neck stand up for a minute there. Yeah, it was a bit rally. Oh, David's off the track a little bit in front. That was more luck than a save. I just let the wheel do what it was going to do. I probably did gain on them because I didn't brake for the corner. I was on the grass, so once you get on the grass, you can't really slow the car down very well. Alright, dry wrecks here. Missed the first two. Missed all 3 of them. We'll come down into 1st gear. Yeah, was it? Yes, it was a, just close my eyes and hope it turns out all right moment. All right, 2nd gear then. Past the exit here. Wow. It definitely takes a certain finesse, this car, and I'm on the fence on whether or not it's realistic, but it's fun, if nothing else, so sometimes that's more important. At least for races like this. I should say I'm running pretty much the default setup other than the gear ratio, which I think I changed in the bad way. I made it worse. But then also I did soften the car a couple clicks. I think I'm on 1 with the rear anti-roll bar, and then 4 or 5 on the front, I can't remember. But much softer than the default setup is. But this is nice. Look at this, like, nice forest. There's have a lot, so it'd be nice if they added, you know, some more spectators. Just make it feel like a party. If you look at the old Grand Prix here, and any racing at the Nurburgring, it's a big, like, camping kind of event. And it'd be great if you saw, like, tents and stuff on some of the hills. I haven't looked to see if there's any yet, but like tents and fires and stuff. Like, anything that would make it feel like people are partying. Because that's kind of the vibe that the Nürburgring has. Even these days, but especially in the 60s and 70s. A lot of picnics, a lot of people just sitting with blankets and stuff like that. Alright, so I've stuck with these 2 in front, but they're very quick. Get it into 2nd, get it into 1st for the carousel. Pop out a little early there. Saw David's taking a much lower line through the carousel, so I may want to try that. Yeah, I didn't change anything in the actual suspension, just the anti-roll bars. I'm sure you could make this car handle quite a bit different, but I'm having a good time with it. Very controllable once you get that sliding feel. You know, I'll probably throw it into the wall here in a couple corners, but hopefully not. Yeah, they are both a little bit faster than I am, and I can only hope that they start battling with each other a bit more. Allow me to catch up, but we'll see. Long ways to go yet. 2 laps at the Nordschleife is like 20 laps at most other tracks. This is the corner known as YouTube Corner these days. It's where they film a lot of folks. There's a spectator viewer area that's easy to access there, so you see a lot of footage from that corner. Oh, we're gonna slide into the curbing. Luckily the curbing kind of did its job there and kept me on the circuit. Yeah, if they can just add the smell of barbecue, some bratwurst or something, then it would really be the best sim. Yeah, you can't really take the curbs in this like you can in the modern versions of the track, because they really are designed to kind of push you onto the circuit. They're very, very high. This is interesting. It's not as steep of a hill as I've seen in a lot of other versions of the course coming up to the second carousel here. Yeah, I know. I've been a little worried about it. I'm very surprised. So I'm running this. I was trying to get a dedicated server going. Had a couple of my admins, Liam and Ian, trying to figure that out for me, which is super nice of them. But we weren't able to do it, and so I was worried about doing this. But I am hosting this locally and streaming at the same time, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. I'll cross my fingers it continues to work this way, but last time I did a stream like this with the Indy cars, it did not go well, and I actually think my gearing's better, because I'm in 5th gear right now and doing all right. I think I did the right thing. But last time I tried to do this with the Indy cars on the oval racing that we did, it just went really poorly. We had a lot of people disconnecting and a lot of server issues and stuff, and some folks were saying it's because I was streaming at the same time, which makes sense to me, and so I was a little bit weary to try this today. Okay, I'm gonna not bin it here in the final corner. But so far so good, fingers crossed it stays that way. Slide it around, up on the curbing a little bit, there we go. Yeah, 4th place has fallen off a little bit, 25 seconds off. I'm 3.5, so we'll come complete lap number 1 and start the final lap. Halfway, final lap. Turn 1 there is always tricky because I don't come at it at speed quite often. Wow. Grabbed a little bit of the grass there, helped turn the car right out to the fence posts, giving the spectators what they paid for. Although, I imagine it wouldn't be hard to sneak onto, especially in the 60s or 70s, to sneak onto the property of the Nurburgring without paying. Yeah, we're on the Nordschleife, so if you missed the first lap, we're running the Gesamtstrecke, I think that literally means together circuit. So it's the whole track, north and south. Quite the exciting circuit. I like getting just a wheel in the grass there on the inside of the corners to help turn the car. Down to 2nd gear, a bit hot. Slide it around. Is the engine hot? Oh, I do see the temperature there. I wonder if that's accurate. Well, you will see. Oh yeah, combined circuit. Yeah, my German's not super great. But it is a fantastic version of the track. Gesamt. That's right. I should know. It's been a while since I took German. Zusammen means together, right? Kind of remember my German as I'm sliding the car around as these two go side by side in front, and just see how much that's let me catch up here in just a couple of corners of them battling. So apparently this is part of the Nurburgring pack, not the historic circuits, which confused me as well. Alright, we really have nobody behind me to worry about. It's all going on directly in front here as we... Whoa, somebody in the wall there. Yikes. Wouldn't be AMS2 without a little bit of that, right? Oh, yeah. Gonna run wide there. I got excited seeing David get around crane head. Diese Strecke ist sehr gut. Ausgezeichnet. Ich habe 3 oder 4 Jahre in Deutsch gelernt und ich habe nicht seit 2013 gesprochen. Oh my god, my German's terrible. I apologize to everybody out there. Yeah, but I used to be able to speak some German. Studied abroad in Austria, which was amazing. Yeah, this is a cool wheel. It's a little bit of a fake, but it's fine for sim racing. It's Fanatec's classic rim, and then I've just found a little Momo button to put on it. But it does the job. I looked at getting like a knockoff prototypo or something, but this one is actually cheaper. This is like $100, which is still quite a bit, but finding a knockoff prototypo is not easy to do. Everybody's telling me my German was good. It's not good. Don't lie to me. The problem with Austria is the German is so different there. When I was studying abroad, I got decent at ordering food and asking for directions and just like really simple conversation. And then I went to Germany and it was completely different. All right, I'm just barely holding on to these two. We'll make this a little less dramatic this time. Slightly slower, still a little bit of flair, pizzazz. I don't want to tell you how many steering rims I have at this point. I'm gonna make a video real soon about gear and stuff. It's been about a year since I got this rig from Next Level Racing, and so I feel like I know enough about it now that I can actually tell you what it is like and my experiences with it. So I might just do something where I go through all my different gear that I have, just kind of an update little video. I know I do have a shot at winning, but I gotta first not crash, and then 2, hope that these two make it easy for me. Down into second gear here. Alright, finally got the apex there. You want to miss the first one and then kind of hit those second 2. Sliding it in behind. I've really caught on him. This David's, ooh, gets it a bit loose there. We're going to experience how the netcode is, I think, in AMS2. fourth gear. Through Nicky Lauda's corner here. A green flag for some reason. Oh, I caught David sleeping a little bit. Slight contact. A little elbows out, but that's how it goes in these cars, right? Oh, he's gonna have a run on me. He got a much better exit there. He got around me. This is good. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen here. Just have a nice pickup race. It's fun. Nobody has spent hours and hours and hours building a setup. We're all just having fun. It's good. A lot of times, you either don't do online racing or it just becomes very serious very quickly. Alright. Just don't want to take him out. That would be the worst thing. Get alongside, around the outside maybe. Ooh, he's going to squeeze me there. It's not really the chrome horn in this car, it's the chrome snoot. The chrome nose. I'm gonna keep it in second through here this time. A little fast on the entry. Right against the inside, kind of copying what David did last time through here. Pop out. Oh yeah, slide it on in. Kind of bottled it up at the top of the hill there. It's alright, we got a little bit of time left. David's going to be looking to get around Cranehead. I don't envy his position. I'm in a much easier spot right now. I don't have anybody behind me. I just can look forward. He's got to look in both directions. Cranehead just has to look behind. Really going to abuse the curbing. I was thinking this might be a leisurely race, but I'm putting it in now. Slide right out to the edge. Whoa. Yeah, I would love if Ryza did some 50s stuff. It's just, at this point, it feels like the most underserved decade of racing. Ooh, and sim racing, that was bad. Made a mess of that. Slide it in. This corner is so different than I was expecting. There we go. Not saying it's wrong, it's just it's different than other versions of this track, so. These two, they're really good. This is a great race. I'm very happy they decided to join this today. Oh, David gets on the grass a little bit there. I'm gonna have a good run. As long as I can get through onto the Dutzinger. All right. I should have got up to fourth a bit earlier there. Man, gonna come down to the final chicane. So we're coming to the line to finish the race. Third position. We're at the top of the hill here. I got the slipstream and I'm just inching on him here, but it's not going to be quite enough to get a pass going. He's going to actually get a pass maybe on Cranehead. He's going to dip out. Which way do I choose? Lifted there a little bit. Cranehead gets a little sideways, sneak up the inside of him. He's going to be a little more daring on the brakes than I am. Oh, he runs it too deep. Smoke it through the final corners. Ah, that was a bit of luck, but I got it slowed down in time. And come across the line to win that little fun race. That was cool. Oh. Ah, excellent. That was so much fun. It was really David having a bit of an issue. We'll do some old backcountry burnouts. Keep on wanting to go for my handbrake, which I don't think is hooked up to this sim.